This is a solar panel. At the back of any solar panel, you will see a sticker. There is a sticker or a specification sheet or a data sheet. This sticker tells you everything about this panel from the manufacturer. In other words, this is the mind of the manufacturer. So every information about this, the basic information you need about the solar panel is written on this sticker. So I'm going to show you how to interpret this information. Now, the first one you always find there is Pmax, or maximum power. You see the Pmax. For this one, it is 200 watts. So this is a 200 watts panel. What the manufacturer is telling you is that this panel the maximum power this panel can produce is 200 watts. You have to be very careful where you're buying your solar panels from. We have solar panel fraud. Some of them, if a panel is rated 200 watts, they can change the sticker, and what you see there is 400 watts or 300 watts. But the real specification of that panel is 200 watts. So there are a lot of dealers that change the sticker of a solar panel. It is fraudulent. So you have to be very careful that you're buying your panels from a reputable dealer. Then the next one you see is maximum power voltage, or VMP. The VMP is maximum power voltage. The manufacturer is telling you that this VMP means the maximum voltage the solar panel can produce when it is connected to a load. When this solar panel is connected to either your charge controller or to your hybrid inverter or to any device, the maximum power voltage is for this panel is 21.45 volts. So this VMP, or maximum power voltage, when you read it, it's only when the panel is connected to a load. Then we have the next one, maximum power current, IMP, maximum power current. This also is the current the solar panel will produce when it is also connected to a load. Then we have the next one, the open circuit voltage, the VOC. Open circuit voltage. The IMP of this solar panel is 9.32 amps. 9.32 amps when it is connected to a load. Then the open circuit voltage of this panel is 25.32 volts. 25.32 volts. Now the VOC, or the open circuit voltage of a solar panel, is the voltage you measure from the solar panel when it is not connected to a load. Open circuit voltage. If you have your multimeter, if I bring this is my positive probe, this is the positive terminal of the solar panel, and my negative probe, this is the negative terminal of the solar panel. The voltage I'm reading is called open circuit voltage. It is not connected to a load. And when you are reading this voltage, current is 0. So all these specifications are very important when you are wiring solar panels to either a hybrid inverter or your charge controller. You have to take them very serious. Then the next one is the short circuit current, the ISC. The short circuit current of this panel is 9.92 amps. 9.92 amps. The short circuit current also is the maximum current that this solar panel can produce, and it is the current you measure when you short these terminals. When you connect them, this is the positive and this is the negative. If I connect them like this, I will now use a clamp meter. This is a clamp meter. I set it to DC amps. Then I can read the current, the short circuit current. But when you are reading the short circuit current, you can also use a PV meter. Now, if these panels are wired either in series or in parallel, and you have many of them wired in series or in parallel, doing this one is dangerous. It's not good. if you short, that is, you connect the positive and the negative terminal of the solar panels together. If you do it like this, it's dangerous, because if the irradiance is high, you'll be having high current, you'll be having, if the temperature is low, you'll be having high voltage. So it is dangerous, and it can cause a fire, or it can destroy the solar panel. So you can do it with a single panel, but even when you're doing it, don't allow it to stay long. If you allow it to stay long, if you touch the cable, if the irradiance is high, that's the intensity of sun is high, if you touch the cable will be warm, it will be hot. So you just plug it, you take the reading and remove it for a single panel. That is what I advise. So the short circuit current, as I told you, the panel is not connected to any load, and at this point voltage is also 0. So then this information you are having here, if you want to wire this solar panel to a hybrid inverter or your charge controller, you will see that the manufacturer of the charge controller or the hybrid inverter will tell you that the maximum PV input voltage or open circuit voltage is maybe 150 volts. 150 volts. If you are using this 200 watts panel, you will come to your VOC. What is my VOC? If you look at the VOC here is 25.32, and the manufacturer of the charge controller or the hybrid inverter is telling you that the maximum input voltage is 150 volts. So how many panels can I connect in series? I will say 150 volts divided by 25.32 volts. So 150 divide 25.32 will give me 5.9 pieces. So I cannot approximate this to 6 pieces. Let me shift the solar panel. So I cannot approximate it to 6 pieces. So I'll leave it at 5 pieces. So I can comfortably connect 5 of these in series. But mind you, you have to take note of the temperature in your region, because when the temperature falls below 25 degrees Celsius, this voltage can increase, and you have to take the temperature correction factor into consideration. So if this is what is needed, that is from your charge controller or your hybrid inverter, because that is what will determine how you are going to wire your solar panels, whether you are going to wire them in series or in parallel. Now, when the manufacturer says the short circuit current, maybe the short circuit current is let's take 20 amps, and what you have here is 9.92 amps. So how many parallel connections, how many parallel strings can I have? So you say 20 amps divide the short circuit current 9.92 amps. If we take that 20 divide 9.92, you have 2. You can only have 2 parallel strings, so that you will not exceed the maximum input requirement of either the hybrid inverter or the charge controller. Now, what you should know is that every solar panel, you will see a statement that is written there, that this information, this data that you have, they are done under what we call STC, standard test conditions. That is, when the manufacturer exposed this panel at the laboratory to a beam of light, these are controlled readings. The information you have here is based on irradiance of 1000 watts per square meter, and you have a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. So if the irradiance increase above 1000 watts per square meter, your solar panel has that tendency to generate more than 200 watts. But it is not constant. It is not steady, because the irradiance also is not steady. At times it will rise for like 5 minutes and it will drop back. Then they are telling you that this information also is based on temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. So if the temperature, what is being affected by temperature is your voltage. If there is decrease in temperature, that is the temperature falls below the STC value of 25 degrees Celsius. If the temperature falls below 25 degrees Celsius, there will be an increase in voltage. If the temperature increases above 25 degrees Celsius, there will be a decrease in voltage. So these things, the voltage is being affected by temperature, then current is being affected by irradiance. If there's an increase in irradiance or the intensity of sunshine, current will increase. If the intensity of sun reduces or decreases, current will also decrease. So when sizing a solar power system, you need to know how to put these things together so that you will not destroy your charge controller or your hybrid inverter, because here we are talking about performance and protection of your equipment. Your equipment, I mean your hybrid inverter or your solar charge controller. So you need to know how to interpret this information that we have here, the Pmax, the VMP, the IMP, and the VOC, and also the short circuit current, which is ISC. And you should know that these things are, you have these figures based on these things here, based on irradiance, based on cell temperature, 25 degrees Celsius and 1000 watts per square meter. So whenever you have a solar panel and you want to design a solar power system, these stuffs are very important. In fact, there was one comment, one guy made a comment that when he's wiring the solar panels, he will not take all these things into consideration. That is, you don't know what you are doing. How can you wire solar panels to a hybrid inverter or to a charge controller without taking these things into consideration? You are going to destroy your equipment, and most times they can cause or lead to fire outbreaks. So it is very important for you to know how to make use of these things. Even when you are sizing your breaker, these are the things you are going to make use of. Thank you very much for watching. If you have a solar installation, I also do installations in Nigeria, any part of the country. So thank you for watching. Do have a lovely day and see you in my next video. Thank you.